Nikki Haley's out there going like, I hope Donald Trump can bring us all together and this and that. And it probably a lie, but this is North Carolina voter. She is talking to Shaquille Brewster, who's from NBC News.
He was going around basically talking to North Carolina voters, asking them about Nikki Haley and Trump.
And I guess my point with this is that like Republican voters are Republican voters. They're just, I just don't think they're as gettable as, maybe Joe Biden wants to think they are. And I think there's a lot being made of like people voting for Nikki Haley that don't necessarily, it's not necessarily going to translate in the fall. And here is
and this is
NBC.
The white woman. She's a white woman, right? Here. This is the kind of voter Biden is targeting, that the Democrats and the Republicans are going to be jockeying over white suburban women. That's what they see are the key to. Yeah.
If you're a Republican, there is a 92% chance you are white.
Yes, but my point,
to be clear,
the point is that like this is still though Biden thinks these guys are more gettable than the uncommitted people.
Here we go.
What made you switch from Trump to Nikki Haley?
The man is a lunatic, and I think he's terrible for the country.
What are you thinking about when you say that?
Just that he lies, he cheats, he's bankrupted millions of businesses and people, and I don't see anything good about him.
Let me ask, if Donald Trump is the nominee in November, do you support Joe Biden over Donald Trump?
No.
What made you switch from Trump to...
Loud was the voice of the lonely goat.
I mean...
Whoops.
Like what? Like I'm just trying to think of like a world where that reporter asked the woman that question and she responds like, what she would have had to have said about Donald Trump to say I'm not going to vote for. Like, is she like? He came to my house. He stabbed my entire family.
Yeah.
And then he I don't know. Then he kicked us out of the house. He evicted us and then he stabbed us all. And are you going to vote for Joe Biden in the fall? No.
Yeah, that's kind of it, right? Like, but
I mean, maybe she stays home.
Yeah,
which
right.
is, maybe she stays home. Maybe she leaves the ballot empty, which is helpful. I mean, it's helpful. It's not necessarily her intent. I don't know, but it seems like. How you say he's a lunatic and he's done all these horrible things and this and that. And no, I'm not going to vote against him.
Yeah.
I may not vote for him, but I'm not going to vote against him. Definitely not. That to me is.
That clip was almost mean to play for MSNBC viewers who were just like so invested right up until the very end. I'm sorry, guys. The Lincoln Project doesn't have the reach you think it does.
Now, Militant Apathy on the IM says, wait till Trump is actually on the TV every day. He's worse than he was in 2020. I don't know if he'll be on the TV every day.
I mean, Maddow last night was saying how it was irresponsible that they played his speech. I don't know. I mean, he's the Republican nominee. I find that conversation to be a little bit silly.
Well, it's also, I think, like you can outsmart yourself.
Yeah. Show him. He's not making any sense. But the problem is Biden's not really making that much sense either. And Biden's not going out there. Biden's not talking in public by design. He's afraid of ceasefire protests.
It's a problem for him.
And he can't do Biden in the basement in 2020 when we're not just isolating like we were. I mean, 2024 like we were in 2020. I mean, it's just not. It's concerning. I'm way more concerned now than I was 6 months ago, obviously.
The other sort of like headwind that Nikki Haley had, and we saw this clip yesterday that we played that was on Fox News when Will Cain asked a random voter, because somebody at back in the Fox and Friends studio said, well, why don't you ask a voter if they would vote for a woman? And he went to a woman and she said, no, of course not, because of menopause. And
it'll make her irrational.
Here is another Republican voter, of course, who is just a little bit more clever about it, being interviewed by Shaquille Brewster from NBC News. This is a North Carolina voter.
do you think of Nikki Haley? Did you ever consider her?
You know, what I got to say, you don't really want to put it on.
Let me hear it.
Well, the woman's not going to be a good president. She don't have no balls to scratch. She's just going to scratch her head. All a woman's good for in my book is having babies and taking care of the house. But that's the old thing, you know. But I'm old school.
So you never even considered her?
No.
Mainly because she's a woman?
Because she's female. I mean, females, don't take me wrong, females know what they're doing, but they still got to have a little bit of guidance. Trump would be the one to guide her through the
What do you think of
They still got any. I mean, you know what's a good sense of when somebody is just like the most misogynistic person is when they refer to women as females. Yeah, it's such pickup artist language. Gotta get those, gotta hook those females, bro.
And also like the way he says it is just it's like sort of weaponized. It's like she's a female. Like it's like the prefix is very.
And she'll just scratch her head. I mean,
as opposed to her balls.
As opposed to her balls. I would hope she's not scratch. I mean, well, I don't know. I mean, there are women who can scratch their balls, but like the idea that, but he doesn't want to think about that. But like, what happens when you scratch your balls? Do you ascend to some sort of higher consciousness? Is that what? Is that like I'm not aware.
If that's a non-rhetorical question, I can answer that. Well, what I find impressive about this guy is that he's like, I know this isn't something you're going to want to put on TV. Yeah.
But I'm going to say it anyway.
But I'm also going to say it with absolutely not a slightest bit of embarrassment. I just wanted to give you a warning and let you know that, I mean, listen, and I had a lot of issues with Hillary Clinton. I don't have to do this disclaimer for the rest of my life. And there were a lot of reasons why she lost that were not a function of this. But the reality is, if you got a guy like this who's like, I know this isn't something that, you know, people generally say, but I'm willing to have you put it on national television. When I say it, and I'm going to say it in an unabashed way, I just don't think that females are qualified to be in charge of anything. They should be in the kitchen and this and that. Imagine how this translates into like across the spectrum in terms of like how people assess a candidate. And I don't think that I think a woman could win the presidency in this country, but understand there are headwinds that exist the moment they show up. Now, I also suspect that this guy would not vote for a black or brown person to be president, but I think that he would be less likely to say, I don't want this on, you know, I don't know if you want to hear this on television, then go and say it in such a sort of like a casual manner. I think he would probably say like, I just disagree with him and who he represents or she represents. I think he would probably be a little bit more obtuse about it, but it is fascinating. I have a feeling there's a lot of people who vote this way.
Even if they don't even fully understand that that's why they're doing it.
Correct.
This guy just does. I mean, you got to applaud his consciousness. It must be from all that ball scratching.
I really would love to see the outtakes from this if Brewster actually, you know, like sort of says like, getting back to, I know that's a clever saying. If you're not scratching your balls, you're scratching your head, like you're bewildered. But what is the upside of the value of scratching your balls?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
There's
other areas
if you're not
to scratch.
If you're not scratching your balls, you're scratching your forehead. You're like, you know, the scratching the head, like, how does this work? But I'm not clear that like you're like, how does this? I know how this works. Like I don't.
It's not like putting your fingers on the confusion valve.
Let's put it this way: that saying is a saying that says that is like you could apply to anything for this guy. In other words, are women as capable as men? No, because when they're not scratching their ball, it's like one of those.
Yes.
But I just don't like. It would have been interesting to have Brewster say, getting back to the scratching the balls thing, how does that convey competence in your mind?
Yeah. Well, maybe he just wanted to move away and definitely did not want to shake his hand because he doesn't know where it's been.
Exactly. I got news for you. If I walk into any type of establishment, business establishment, and the person who greets me is scratching their balls, I'm not thinking this is the competent one.
Run for president, sir.
I have something very sensitive I need you to take care of. And I am really, you strike me as someone who knows what they're doing, sir.
You just exude authority.
There's so many places we could go
Yeah.
with this.
But perhaps we shouldn't.
But probably best that we don't. Because it's not inconceivable that you could walk into a place and a person without balls is scratching that area.
Yeah.
And
How
you'd
would
be
you
like-
know?
Well, you
know?
don't necessarily know, but maybe you just like, if anybody's scratching any part of their groin, then you're like competent.
He's close to the truth.
Are you scratching?
He's over the
target.
Are you scratching or are you just wiggling? You're like, what are you doing there?
Sorry, I'm over the target.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I've turned the phones on. Yeah. It's called the stink palm, Sam. Great way best your Oh, gosh. We got to this a little bit earlier than we wanted to in the show, I
whoa.
suspect.
We still got an hour.
Yep.